Are you looking for the best coffee makers? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best coffee makers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. OXO Brew 8-Cup Coffee Maker. I've been testing this OXO model for a couple of months now and like it just as much as the Bonavita. I'll continue to use it going forward, too, to make sure it holds up over time. It's just as simple to use. You turn it on, then select from 2 different settings, more on that in a moment. The machine automatically shuts off when finished. This takes a few minutes, but you can also turn it off manually if you prefer. One setting is for brewing 5 to 8 cups of coffee into an insulated carafe, which is what I primarily use. The carafe has a tiny valve hole in the lid so that the coffee brews directly into the otherwise covered vessel, as opposed to the Bonavita, which has a larger, fully open top that you cover after it's done. It traps heat and aromatics better, says Noah McKeown, a general manager at Go Get 'Em Tiger in Los Angeles. Capacity, 8 cups size, 9x 14.8x 16.1 temperature hold, thermal carafe. Number 2. Mr. Coffee 12-Cup Coffee Maker. If you don't want to spend the money on a more advanced machine, this Mr. Coffee machine will get the job done totally fine. I used it for a few years before switching to a stovetop percolator to save counter space, more on that below, and was never disappointed. It produced a smooth cup and was super simple to operate. I simply measured my ratio of ground beans to water and flipped the on switch. Jamie McCormick, co-owner of the East Village coffee shop Abraco, tells us he prefers to keep things as simple as possible when it comes to coffee machines. People make a big to-do over a lot of nothing when it comes to brewing equipment, he says. He thinks a plain old Mr. Coffee is a first-rate choice for any amateur coffee roaster who wants to flatter their grounds. But he also has an expert piece of advice. Since it doesn't have a high-tech mechanism for distributing the water evenly like some of the other models on this list, he says you can open the top flap while it's brewing and stir the grounds to make sure they all get hydrated. Capacity, 12 cups size, 8.6x 12.9x 13.5 temperature hold, reheated from underneath. Number 3. Farberware Classic Series Yosemite Stainless Steel 12-Cup Stovetop Percolator. This is the coffee maker I used at home for several years before I moved on to the Bonavita, but I still love it, so much so that I've even kept it stored away for potential future use. It's made entirely from stainless steel, save for a handle on one side and a little glass knob at the top, and using it is simple. You fill the main chamber with water, there are lines inside that tell you how many cups you're adding, and then scoop your coffee grounds into a filter cup, no paper required. The filter cup slides neatly on top of a thin pole inside the main chamber, followed by a perforated disc on top, and then you seal it shut with a tight-fitting lid. The brew time, first over medium-high heat, then over a slightly lower flame, is little more than 10 minutes. Allison Carroll, founder of Wonder Valley, shares my enthusiasm for the percolator. For her, the analog process evokes a sense of nostalgia, and eliminates the need for electronics in the morning, which she appreciates. It requires a bit of patience and attention to watch the color change through the sight glass, but it makes a damn fine cup of coffee, she says. The vessel takes up no counter space, is exceedingly easy to clean, whether you're hand washing or throwing the pieces in the dishwasher, and though you have to keep your eye on it, is about as unfussy as it gets when it comes to actual coffee preparation. No standing there with a tea kettle pouring an even stream of water over grounds. Bonus, you can brew a big batch of tea in it, too. Capacity, 12 cups size, 8.86x 7.28x 10.83 temperature hold, reheated from underneath via stovetop. Number 4. Technivorm Moccamaster Coffee Brewer, 40 ounces. The Technivorm Moccamaster was the second most recommended coffee maker by the experts I spoke with for this story. It's pricey, but those who use it say it's worth the premium if you want to invest in the best equipment out there. Like the Bonavita connoisseur, the Moccamaster has stable temperature control and even brewing. Suyog Modi, founder of Dripped Away Coffee, explains that while the brewing mechanics are similar to those used in less expensive drip coffee makers, the Moccamaster is made with better parts and solid construction. I've been using it daily for years with zero issues. It's just no fuss. And honestly, it looks good on the kitchen counter. That's one point on which John Gourley, the front man of Portugal, the Man, agrees. Not only does it look amazing, but it's just a drip-style coffee maker that's probably the thing we use the most in our house. It keeps coffee plenty hot for several hours, he says, without changing the flavor or making it taste burnt. This thermal carafe model only comes in neutral colors, but the glass has a bunch of shades to choose from. Capacity, 10 cups size, 12.3 x 6.5 x 14 temperature hold, reheated from underneath or thermal carafe. Number 5. Capresso 10-cup digital coffee maker with conical burr grinder and thermal carafe. The reason to invest in this machine is clear from the name, it comes with a built-in burr grinder. Yes, it's on the spendier end, but grinders are quite pricey on their own, not to mention they take up additional space in your kitchen. Beyond the convenience, the Capresso drip yields the cleanest tasting cup, says Kat Odell, author of Day Drinking. Finally, it boasts that thermal carafe that, as I pointed out, many of the experts prefer over a hot plate. Capacity, 10 cups size, 9.75 x 9.5 x 15.5 temperature hold, thermal carafe. Number 6. Ninja CM401 Specialty Coffee Maker. If you want a single-unit coffee maker that can do it all, this Ninja fits the bill. It comes recommended by strategist writer Ariel Avila, who regularly uses the classic brew method, for a carafe of coffee, as well as the specialty setting that turns out a thick coffee concentrate, similar to espresso and used in the same manner for milk-based drinks like lattes and cappuccinos. The machine also has the capability of making iced coffee. Other bonuses include the attached milk frother and a kickstand that pops out of the side should you want to fill a single mug instead of a big carafe. Capacity, 10 cups size, 12 x 8.75 x 15.04 temperature hold, reheated from underneath.